Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another KASPA video. Before we get into it, could you please Mike Tyson the like and subscribe button? All right, price is 17 cents, down a little bit. The overall market went down a little bit. Um, I noticed it started going down after the Telegram founder was arrested in France. Whether that's connected or not, I don't know. Um, it's nothing new here from uh, Casplex on the KRC20 front. KASPA did share that if you go to Binance Live, you can see that the KASPA video had 80,000 views. Some of them don't get that many views, 41,000 views. It ranges 30,000 views. And it's just been out for, not as long as some of these other ones. So it got quite a few views, 80,000 views. That's pretty good. Hash rate 883 petahash right now, looking good. You can see that the max hash rate got up to 947. Mr. Kaspa shared that on X. That's pretty amazing. Binance still number 6. We're going to be talking about Carbonomics in a minute. This number 19 wallet is actually number 18 wallet now. This is the one that's been linked to Mara. So I'm not 100% sure it is. It's the one ending in S0A5. There was a higher balance. It dipped down and now it's back up. So this is the one that I've seen linked to them. They added another $10,000 worth on the 25th. They had a couple transactions, quite a few transactions yesterday. So this is the one that I've seen linked with Mara that have about 80 million KASPA, 81 million KASPA, kind of loading back up. So if it is, then they're still holding quite a bit of their position. You can see KASPA still number 3 behind Doge. Actually, Bells is actually making up a lot of ground. Bells has 92% of the circulating supply left. Apparently, it was the founder of Dogecoin made Bells first, and then it just kind of died off, and then someone kind of reignited it, and you can see it's got a market cap of $47 million, about $200,000 trading volume, but it's had $457,000 where KASPA is 1.3 million, 1.4 million. So it's a lot more than Ethereum Classic and Litecoin. Yesterday, I had a poll where I asked, do you see KASPA hitting a 1% market dominance of a 9.8 trillion market cap for crypto and reaching a 384 is insane? Kind of a convoluted question. I could have definitely worded that better. Looks like 2/3 of the people kind of think that is, but the way I asked the question, I'm not sure if some people voted yes. I don't know. It's kind of a confusing way that I asked the question, but either way, some people think that is insane price projection. Some don't. Obviously, you need a lot of things to fall into place. Like if KII gets a carbon credits going, or when's that going to happen? That's probably not going to happen this cycle. So, and where's the future of carbon credits? We don't know. That's one of the exciting things was, that's a big thing that the KII is looking at, with the desert energy initiative. So I got links to most of these articles in the description. I'll put them in the pinned comment after the video is over. And so here, just a second. Hey, Leroy, thanks for tuning in. Morning, Davey. Been someone buying a lot. Yep. There's thanks for the quality KASPA content. Your number one YouTuber cast. I appreciate it. Thanks, Landon. I appreciate you tuning in. So with the carbon credits, I was reading this article and we talked a little bit about in the video yesterday, and it was talking about how much money Shell is going to be spending. And I just haven't really been diving that much into it. This shows the ESG fever with and so this article linked up in there. So now you have this thing that came out last year, says Shell scraps its 100 million carbon offset plan, where this article was talking about that. And then I was just like, how much is a carbon credit worth? According to the AI answer on Google, can fluctuate between $40 and $80 for a carbon credit. So, it's like $6 to $8 per ton. These are some of the partners of the DII. You can see energy sector. So and then also how many carbon credits were retired in 2023. In 2023, 174 to 180 million carbon credits were retired, which is similar to the amount retired in 2022. This is equivalent to roughly the same amount of emissions as Luxembourg and Netherlands combined. Um, and then this graph shows the cumulative issuance and retirement of carbon credits. And so it seems like everything is going up. So I don't know, is it peaking out, or is this going to be an industry that's going to keep going up? The only reason I'm bringing it up, and also you got to keep in mind that renewable energy is only one of them. So you have people that are forestry and land use. So someone might have a big forest. And so that forest, I think people can leverage a forest or planting trees to get carbon credits. So that is also, so you have the manufacturer or the oil company that's making pollution, and then some guy that owns a bunch of forest or planting trees or creating solar energy or wind energy. Um, but that did seem like something that's pretty cool about where Caspa could be used, because fast transactions, especially 10 blocks per second, should be happen next year, up to 100 blocks per second eventually. So you got to realize, just trying to figure it out, and I don't think I got it quite figured out yet. But looking at some of these articles is the first step, and I linked all these in there. Gives you an idea of how much a carbon credit is, how many carbon credits are really trading, um, what segment is renewable energy, because that's probably going to be the main focus, or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't even matter. So maybe desert energy might be focused on solar, renewable energy, solar and wind. But maybe when KII tries to integrate carbon credit trading with CASPA, maybe it doesn't even matter. Maybe you're some guy that has a big forest or plants trees, gets carbon credits, but it's still something issued on there. So I don't know. It's pretty exciting, and that's not something that's going to happen this cycle. That's where when you think your plan of what you're going to do with your Caspa bag, you just need to keep all that in mind of where you want to go next year with a potential market top, and how much of your bag you want to dollar cost average out. And if you want to keep anything long term, initially I was thinking 5 or 10%. Now, the more I dive deeper into Caspa and the more things chug along, and a lot of it is this hash rate. I mean, that just, you want your proof of work to get more and more secure. And the way that Caspa is trending is going to be 1 petahash soon. And I mean, I don't know, maybe somehow it hits 2 petahash or 2 exahash. Sorry, it's going to get 1 exahash um, sooner than I thought it would. And maybe we get to 2 exahash. I don't know. The way it's growing, it's going parabolic. And um, I think KRC20s is the first step to give miners more money, make it more attractive for miners, and leads to more decentralization. So we know we got security and decentralization wrapped up. Then they bump up to 10 blocks per second. We're doing all these Casper transactions. And I know Jonathan, I think he's more concerned about getting to 100 blocks per second than he is smart contracts, at least from what I've seen. So yeah, that's a lot of Leroy says, I'm keeping a decent bag long term. Same here. And when you look at Caspa and your ownership of, what is it, 1,367, I think it was, is you're basically, that amount of Caspa is the same ownership as one Bitcoin, 121 millionth of the network. Most likely there's going to be less Caspa loss because people are more savvy now than they were in the early Bitcoin days. But I think that it's patience, and Binance listing is not going to happen tomorrow. I don't know when it's going to happen. Nothing's guaranteed. For a high, the higher the price goes this cycle, the more you're going to need Binance, Coinbase, everything to go perfect. What if all you get is Kraken and Binance, and that's all that happens? Say 10 blocks per second happens Q2, and KII never quite, they get stuff going off the ground, but not this cycle. KRC20s come out, they're successful. That is the main technology stuff that happens. No, no, maybe toward the end, some kind of smart contract platform gets adopted. We don't know. So The more things that fall into place, the higher chance the price can go. But, in the end of the day, there's these other long-term things that can come into play. So that's the balancing act of taking some profit next year, but also if you believe in something long-term, then keeping a bag for that. So that's all I got. Quick video. Basically, just a quick glance at what some of the things were going on today, hash rate and it's looking good, and just a little, just brief glimpse into these carbon credits. And if you have more information about carbon credits and any, good, I don't know, I guess links, or sometimes YouTube doesn't let people share links in the comments. But if you have any good info on the carbon credit trading market and where you think it's heading. And so, yeah, this is carboncredits.com. I got the link in there, but it shows you kind of what's going on with renewables, overall market, and it seems like it's trending up. And so, yeah, we just got to be patient as this stuff builds out. So thanks for watching. Oh, okay. Um, I lost about 5 Bitcoin in 2011. Didn't even think about it then. Yeah, Davey. Yep, that happens. Uh, yeah. Um, it's a tough, but you're still in the game, and it sounds like you're gonna come out pretty well. What about Ton? It looked like it went down a lot because of the founder getting arrested, and I haven't really checked back into it. It's down 16%. So uh we're, like Tron's up 3%, XRP, most everything's down or about even for the last, yeah, Bitcoin's back over 64K. Tron coin, I don't know what's going on, whether it's just politics that they arrested him or what, but I think what it highlights is that you actually need some decentralized social media that no one controls. And I know there's some out there like Noster and stuff like that, but even like a video platform, this my channel, once I just made a video that was sarcastic about Brian Legend, or about Richard Hart, and I even said a couple positive things about him because he's good at marketing, but it was a kind of a sarcastic video, and YouTube just deleted my channel. I appealed it and I got it back, but it didn't do anything bad or anything wrong. It just, their algorithm flagged it. What were you saying about 1K KASPA for part of the network? The 1K. Well, the only thing I was talking about, the get up to 1 exahash or 1,000 petahashes will come quicker. I don't know if I said anything about 1,000 KASPA. What were you saying about 1K KASPA for a part of the network? Oh, okay, yeah, Seth Brody. So, if you have 1 Bitcoin, you own 1/21 millionth of the network. So there's only 21 million Bitcoin. So if you have one, you own 1/21 millionth. And when you look at the circulating supply of KASPA, it's like what the max supply is 28,700,000,000. So you throw that in there and then you divide that by 21 million and you get 1,366. So 0.8. So I rounded up to 1,367. So owning 1,367 KASPA gives you 1/21 millionth of ownership of the of the network. There's a max supply of 28.7 billion KASPA, and owning 1,367 gives you 1/21 millionth ownership. So that's equivalent of owning 1 Bitcoin in terms of not the price, but just the ownership of the network. And that, what, like, I mean, right now, what's it, 17 cents? That is, $232. So $232 gives you the same ownership of 1 Bitcoin in that network. Now, then it matters what the price goes up to. Now, just depends what your long-term vision is. That's why even someone being able to keep, a couple thousand KASPA, 5,000 KASPA long-term could be good. So that's where, so yeah, that's where it was. Sorry, I was spacing out when you first asked that question, but yeah, so you have that's how many KASPA gives you the same equivalent of ownership of the network as 1 Bitcoin. and it's pretty affordable right now, $232. I remember I made one video about just buy 1,367 Caspa. You know, that is be, kind of like owning one Bitcoin. Now, who knows what the future, if Caspa gets into the top three or what, we don't know what the future is. Could it unseat Bitcoin? I don't know. It's a decentralized proof of work that's got a lot going for it. So we don't know the future, but we know that you can have a decent ownership of the network because what is what is it, like 120 million Ethereum? So to have 239 Caspa is like having, well, that'd be like owning one Ethereum because there's like 120 million uh, Ethereum. So it'd be like, okay, so, but yeah, I like the thinking about the Bitcoin better. So, well, that's all I got for today. I appreciate you tuning in. Uh, you know, I got some of those links down there. If you know a little bit more about carbon credits, and where you think the market's going, maybe drop a comment. And yeah, we got a lot of bullish stuff. You know, KRC20 is coming soon. The Kraken or Binance listing. Just a bunch of stuff. Plus the market going up in general. So. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Stay bullish.